And we are, or should theoretically be live. I'm still working on some things. Right now, I'm currently running Clear Linux, which hasn't been too bad thus far. It's actually been a moderately decent experience. It's a little dark, so we're going to fix that real quick. And once I get this all fixed, make sure all the audio is good, we're going to dive on in and try to learn this thing, because I was going to spend some time to figure all this out, but I figured I might as well do it with all of you. So let's make my first things first, make this webcam a little brighter here. Let's increase the exposure a bit so y'all can see a little bit better. There we go. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, create a new scene here. It might go black for a sec, so try to ignore that. But okay, so now we're black. I promise it's coming back. Gonna add a screen capture. This screen is fine. There we go. Well, I just installed this operating system, thus why most things are not currently set up. And also, Merry Christmas to everybody. It's that time of the year. And I've noticed a couple glitches and things with this. You've seen one of them right there. So there we are. There's OBS. Okay. So now we're rocking. And this is running GNOME. I'm pretty sure this is the latest version of GNOME because this is technically a rolling release. So let's go ahead, add myself back into frame. Okay. Actually, this one. Okay, there we are. Hello, everybody. And I'm going to go ahead, go just like that, and go down. There we go. This is the Clear Linux project. And don't worry, I'm going to bring the chat back in. Do not fret. Let's go ahead and add window capture, the one that is already existing. There you guys are. So let's go ahead and get this lined up correctly. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for those of you who are stopping in. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas Eve thus far. I know I definitely have. So we're going to be dragging this in here, try to get it lined up. You all get to watch me kind of fail at this for a minute. We're going to drag that like there. We're going to put this down here. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everybody. Gonna make this real big. Sorry for the inception here. Just going to try to overlay this properly. You'll get to see me struggle with this live real quick. This right here is always the hardest part, to line up the chat window perfectly, or as as close to perfectly with this thing as possible. I think we just might call this good enough. We might call this good enough. Let's make this smaller and put the window capture under the video capture. That might look a little better. Yeah, whoever said that, thank you. Do join our Discord server. I may be a little bit biased, but I do agree that it is awesome. And what we're doing in this live stream. So what I did, I went ahead and downloaded, well, before I get too deep into that, does this all sound good? Because, like I said, this is a fresh install. You can kind of see some of these little GNOME glitches here and there. Like, look at that. I hope this doesn't crash it. There we go. Okay. So there are some problems here and there with GNOME, but is Clear Linux Arch-based? No. Clear Linux is Clear Linux-based. So that's something to keep note of. And we are going to learn this together. I'm going to go over to this window, and I'm going to bring in the chat in another computer here real quick. Again, thank you all for joining. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to absolutely everybody. It has been a wonderful Christmas Eve for me thus far. Am I blocking my microphone? Here, I'm sorry if this is loud. Just slide that up and over. Sorry if that was disruptive. We got a new laptop too. This right here is it's a pretty beast of a machine. It's a Republic of Gamers. It's got a 3070 in it, which that's very nice. It's better GPU. The mobile GPU of this is better than the GPU that's in my computer. I'm going to bring chat over here so I can see what you guys are saying while I wait for this to boot up. I don't know what's going on with GNOME here. That's the only issue we're having. I know as a, what is it? Not Window Display Manager. I know it's running a Xorg. So there shouldn't be an issue in that regard. But you can see that it's not looking very hot right now. I gotta go like click on something else. It's the only time I've noticed issues is in the switching right here. But if I go ahead, here, let's go to a third one. Well, let me do that. There we go. Yeah, the only issue that I've had with this so far, other than that, is it's gaming. Some games are a little choppy as well. Have you ever encountered sudden visual stutters in Linux, sometimes sluggish? I'm experiencing a little bit of that right now, but this is the first time I've been in this specific Linux distribution, so I don't know exactly the reasoning for this. And it does look like my audio is coming through pretty good. So I'm going to move this laptop over here real quick. Got a Pixel too, Pixel 6. Nice little phone. There we go. Oh no, PC's running low on battery. That's fine. So, what kind of syntax does it use? And kernel update module. So, switching seems to be working now. There's no animations at all, so they've completely disabled animations on this. One thing that I noticed, I was playing around in the terminal a little bit here. So if I go ahead, pop this on open, I can show you guys, it uses, it's called the software updater, SWUPD. So if I do this, enter, this is the package management system, but it is using primarily Flatpaks, at least if you connect to the software center here, everything's Flatpak. So like Kdenlive here, if I open this up, Flatpak, the Flat Hub is the only option, and Flat Hub repositories are in here by default. Yeah. EndeavourOS Atlantis, that's what I was using prior to this. But yeah, this is the package management solution here. So to like update the system, I ran this earlier, sudo s, I think it's swooped or swapped, update, hit enter, type in your password. One thing, it didn't let me use the password I normally input because it was like a dictionary word. So that's something to keep note of. But if I go ahead, so if you do that, search GIMP, it just searches like any other package management system. It's not really based on anything else. How do YouTubers enlarge the terminal? To enlarge the terminal, you do Control, Shift, and plus. And sometimes minus works. No, it doesn't. But yeah, Control, Shift, plus. That's how you make the terminal larger, so you all can see it a little bit better. I wasn't streaming. There we go. I just need to disable the audio here. But overall, it seems like it is it's working moderately well. I haven't had any significant crashes or issues or anything like that. So what we're gonna do real quick here is let's open up a new window of Chromium. And one thing I wanted to do is go ahead and check out some of their videos with you all. Not to be a like a React dandy or anything, but we want to go over to the Clear Linux YouTube here, because I was watching some of these videos. It was pretty good, pretty informational. So like, we go over here, we can see, they don't have very many videos, but it is a very up-to-date operating system. Clear Linux follows a rolling release model, but how they do things is, I haven't learned enough about it to properly describe it. But when they update the system every single time, like if you run your usual Arch-based operating system, there's going to be specific packages that update. And it's going to be only those packages, or maybe the entire kernel, but specific things are going to get the update. When you update this, it's kind of like everything is updating at once. All the containers are updating. So if one thing updates, one thing that's a dependency to a lot of other things, that's not going to break stuff. So theoretically, it should be an incredibly stable operating system. And really secure, because they're releasing security patches on a daily or even more than once a day basis. So, sorry. It's an awesome distro I use with KDE. Yeah, I do use EndeavourOS most of the time. What do you use for Linux generally? Yeah, it's definitely EndeavourOS is daily, or Fedora. Those are my two go-to Linux distributions. Those are my favorites. So I'm going to try to play this real quick, and we are going to make sure the audio sounds good.
Welcome to the Clear Linux OS Architecture Overview. This video will cover the basic technical architecture concepts of the Clear Linux OS. You don't need to have any prior.
Ooh, that doesn't sound very good. That doesn't sound very good. Sorry for my ill-preparedness. But I'll go ahead and link to this in chat, actually. Control-C, so y'all can kind of check this out later if you want to. The audio in this video is very low. Here, I'm going to... Thanks for letting me know. Okay, for those of you who turned it up because of this, I'm going to increase my gain. So that might be better, hopefully. Maybe. There we go. So yeah, we're running Clear Linux, and it includes the entire... we go under the GNOME Software Center. It has just about everything you'd expect if you have the FlatHub repositories, and there's no other things. I haven't tried installing a package yet using their actual package manager, so let's go ahead and try that real quick. So let's open up this. Let's go do. And what should we install? I almost have everything that I need. I already have GIMP, and I've installed just about everything through Flatpak. So, ooh, and NeoFetch here looks really cool too. I know that's not really important, but if we open up NeoFetch here, we are running the 5.13 kernel. So not the absolute latest thing in the world. I've had my system up and been playing around with it for about 10 hours, you can see. I have 21 Flatpaks, and you can see that's all that is listed here, just the Flatpaks. GNOME 41.2. See my resolution, all this other stuff. Everything else is basically the GNOME default. Here, what are you guys up to? The original Solus dev used to work on Clear Linux. Intel bought a lot of the kernel optimization, rolling a release model to Solus. Nice, yeah. Solus is a wonderful project. Much better lately, yeah, especially Pop! OS. Pop! OS is doing a lot with their desktop environment, and by that, I mean GNOME extensions. Install GNOME clocks. Yeah, let's search for it. GNOME clocks. Oh, there's a clocks application for GNOME. All right, let's install it. And I'm pretty sure I need to add do this as a super user. Sudo install GNOME clocks. Type in my password. Oh, is that not how you do it? Okay. How do you install things? OS install Clear Linux to a blank partition. Oh, that's cool. You can do a whole OS install through here. Bundle add. It's probably this right here. So we'll do bundle add, because they do ship packages differently. Bundle add GNOME clocks. Okay. Collecting scripts. Validating. External command was updated. Okay, so one added. Clocks. GNOME clocks. Easy as that. And now, is this going to be recognized as a Flatpak? It still says 21 Flatpaks, so it's just not recognizing the package or the non-Flatpak install packages. Probably because it's just packaged differently. All this software ships as like containerized bundles, based on what I've learned so far. I could be slightly inaccurate saying that, But yeah, so the command to actually install something is sudo, or sudo swupd. There's a swooped or something like that. Bundle add gnome clocks. Okay. Hey Tekka, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Excited for Christmas tomorrow. Let's go ahead and search for something else. Let's see if they have Krita in their default repositories, which they do. And you see this bundle can be installed with. So if I would have paid just a little bit of attention, I would have seen that. So let's go ahead and install Krita. So just like that, sudo swooped bundle add Krita. There we go, and see how long it takes. And Krita takes a little bit to open, and apparently this is an incredibly fast. It's built for performance type of Linux distribution. It's built by Intel, and it's built primarily for Intel systems and benchmarking and stuff like that. But we're going to see here. So Krita was installed. So if I search Krita, see how quickly it opens. It's the first, that was really quick. Especially for Krita opening. That was a rather snappy. Cool. Hi, nice to see you yesterday on Chris's live stream. Yep. For me, that was today. It must be morning for you right now. Install simple screen recorder. Yeah, we can see if they have it in here. So let's do a search and one word, simple screen recorder. Do they have it? They do. So we will do add simple screen recorder. Like I said, this is the preferred packages, but if you go through like the software center or anything, it's gonna go with Flatpaks, because I still need to learn more about these bundles and exactly how they work before I can pretend like I know what I'm talking about. But we will see. Sorry, Waffles, I'm not going to be adopting you. And let's see, simple screen recorder, it's on there now. Beautiful. So they do have that. If we go ahead, jump in, let's open up a new window of Chrome, and everything's super snappy. This is a decent computer, but let's go clear Linux. If I just, not the YouTube, I'm pretty sure they have a list of all the different packages and everything. Yeah, so right here, software. Looks like the latest news, they haven't really published anything recently. May 2020, 2020. It's been getting updates, so I know it's not a dead project. So maybe they're just not posting their blog at all. I understand not posting to the blog when I should be posting to mine. So you see all these are bundles. They have some things as Flatpaks here. It's all categorized. I wish it would say like the total amount of packages that they have pre-bundled. Autopilot, Apache. The installation process was pretty cool. I can't really show you guys that because I just can't. I wonder if there's VirtualBox, because VirtualBox usually gives a lot of issues. So it would be interesting to see how, or if that would just work from the gate, out of the gate. Because a lot of the times with VirtualBox, you have to like load the kernel modules. No VirtualBox. Did I spell it right? I hope I did. Did I close the window? I'll have to open a new one. So, where's my history? History. Recently closed. Okay. We'll go clear Linux. And can I search for software through here? I can. VirtualBox. Sorry guys, I was getting a phone call. Nope, no VirtualBoxes. Maybe GNOME boxes. Do we have that? So we can get GNOME boxes, and it has the Flatpak and the bundle. Let's go ahead and get the bundle of GNOME boxes. So we'll do just add, paste that in there, and it's going to go ahead and grab it for us. So that's cool. Oh, lots of chat stuff. How are you guys doing? So a relative of mine decided to donate her recently hacked laptop to me. What should I do with it? That's a very good question. Depends on recently hacked, or yeah. So if it's hacked, or if there's like, if the security has been compromised, the first thing I would suggest you do is to wipe it clean completely, and install Linux on it. Install some Endeavor OS or some Fedora. I don't know the specifications and all that, but that's what I would consider doing. Waffles. I can cook, clean, build computers. I'd be a wonderful son. Hey Tekka, do you have any idea why there's a little asterisk in the clear name? Yeah, I added the asterisk to the title of this video as a joke. It's kind of silly. It's the distribution is backed by Intel, which is a huge corporation, and it's like the Linux name is technically trademarked by, I'm pretty sure, the Linux Foundation, and they don't want to like get sued, so they're technically adding an asterisk everywhere, which is incredibly silly in my opinion, because the Linux Foundation isn't gonna probably sue them. But it's just a little thing. It's like, it's a little disclaimer. Like if we go back to here, go to Clear Linux, this little asterisk right here. With any asterisks, if you go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the page, you can find that asterisk. It says other names and brands may be claimed as properties of others, which they have the asterisk next to Linux, and Linux is, I'm pretty sure, trademarked by the Linux Foundation. So, yeah. Okay, what I just installed? I installed GNOME boxes. Let's just go boxes. And yeah, it's so quick. I do love this operating system. I am having occasional bugs and glitches here and there. I haven't seen it in a sec, but you guys saw in the beginning of the stream, the main issue I've been having is with the workspace switching. But other than that, I have not come across any significant issues. My sysadmin professor tried to tell me the whole class that Microsoft owns Canonical and that Windows would become Linux. They don't own Canonical. I'm pretty sure they do. No, I know Google partners with Canonical. They partner with everybody, but nobody owns them that I'm aware of anyways. Okay, so back to this. You saw how we install packages if I just type in that command again. So if I go like this, it will bring up all the different commands that we can use. So we have info, so we can show the versions and updated URLs. Can I just run that without? Okay, so it's just info on Clear Linux OS, the current installed version, and information on updating. Let's see, bundle add, bundle remove, check update. I'm highly confident we have no updates, but if I did check update, it will go ahead and do that, and it says the latest and current version, so I do not have any updates available. What else do they got? Update, bundle add, remove, bundle list installed bundles. So this is something right here that I am interested in. So let's see here. Let's go with this, and let's list all the things that are currently installed as bundles. So this is interesting. This is what I like to see. Lot of stuff. So network manager they use, desktop assets, GNOME libraries. So this is all the stuff that updates all at the same time when you update your system. Emacs is installed. Let's see, what else do we got? File, evolution, email client is installed as one of these packages. Does Linux or Clear Linux have a grub? I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see here. What else do they got? GIMP is something I installed. It was weird. Through the installation process, GIMP was like one of the few things that you could select to install automatically. So, yeah. My voice way deeper. Might be my microphone. It might be my compressor settings. I do kind of have my gain turned up a little high, but I don't think my voice is, maybe a little bit. I was just sick too, so that could be the issue here. We have make, which is always good. Some distros don't include make, which is weird. OpenSSH, OS Core, Qt stuff, sudo, of course. Does not ship with doas, and doas is not in their directories. It has a vim. Do we have Nano? We do have Nano, which is my preference. There's also Vim, of course. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know how to get out of Vim. Chat, how do you get out of Vim? I don't know. Let's open a new tab. There we go. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hello, Luke's Tech. That's another good channel worth checking out. Is Pop OS any good? Pop OS has been good. What kind of question is that? It's a silly question. Did you already make a video of an Arch-based system with Bungee, Pipewire, and Wayland together? Bungee, Pipewire. I'm pretty sure you could do that with Endeavor. I'm pretty sure Endeavor ships with Pipewire, and there is a Bungee version. So this right here, Endeavor could be a good solution out of the box for you. Tech Hut, my #1 recommendation for beginners. I have Garuda Linux, Mint, and recently Rocky Linux. Rocky Linux is one that I've been wanting to check out. Making sure that I have Arch-based, Debian-based, and RHEL-based system. Yeah, you gotta have all of them. Where'd you get that Ubuntu t-shirt? I got it off of Amazon. Ubuntu actually has a official Amazon store, apparently. So if I go to Amazon, spelled incorrectly, go Ubuntu, just like this, and it's not coming up. So they might have sold it. Here, I'm going to go Ubuntu 20.04 shirt. Is it gone? Is it gone forever? I guess it is. I'm not seeing it. Is it Falcal Voss? Is that it? Vocal Voss? Something like that. I don't know. It's not on here. I can't see. I linked it in some video somewhere. Man, I'm a hardcore Linux fan. I'm running a RTX 3090 Ti. Nice. Hoping to switch to AMD graphics. AMD is good for everything unless if you need the Pro GPUs. If you plan on loading DaVinci Resolve, NVIDIA is your best bet. I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. To you as well. I do thank you for that. It's much appreciated. Let's go ahead. We need to dive into some documents. There's nothing more exciting on a Christmas Eve than going to the Clear Linux docs. Nothing more excited. So here are the Clear Linux project documents. We have a bunch of different stuff here. They do have a server and a desktop version. Obviously, I am running the desktop version here, and most people think of this as like a server or kind of sysadmin type distribution, but I'm going to be trying to run this for as long as I can just to kind of get familiarized with it and know what I'm talking about in regards to it. So here's the installation stuff. So I installed it on a desktop, so I've already run through this process. OS installer. I wonder if they have pictures of the installer on here. It's actually a very nice installer. So like here, you can see very blurry, but it's kind of like Fedora when it gives you a screen and then you have to kind of click through these options, which are basic Linux things that you do in any installation, like the time zone, the keyboard, the installation medium. You set up your admin account and then the telemetry. I can't talk. Telemetry. You know what I'm trying to say. You can enable or disable that. Advanced options here is where you go ahead and pick various applications that are pre-installed, like Python, JavaScript was an option. Not sure if it's going to show me advanced options here. This is the media creation installation medium. This is Gparted stuff. Admin account, enable. There it is, advanced options. So this is kind of some of the stuff that it gives you. Again, they don't really have very high resolution pictures, but they have like JavaScript, machine learning, Perl, Python, sysadmin basic, Python 3, network stuff, LibreOffice. So an interesting combination. Like you can see GIMP here, and then all these like Go Basic and programming languages and things. So it is kind of interesting that they have GIMP included there. But these are your basic bundles. You pick your host name, You could go with their latest kernel that they're shipping with, or an LTS kernel. And then we have host names, kernel configuration. This is what I was saying, the native, which is 5.13, I believe, unless if I said it wrong last time. It's not like I've never said a kernel version wrong before. Yep, 5.13. And you go down, you can change your mirror URL, finish the installation, and then you're installing. So that was basically the installation process. Not too different than your standard Linux install, but definitely did notice some things that were different. You have an absolutely wonderful night, Waffles. Let's see what else is going on here. Fedora is the best distro for productivity. Not going to disagree. Not going to completely agree, but definitely not going to disagree. Congratulations on Luke, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is Clear Linux only for Intel CPUs? No. Negative. You can see here, I am running a Ryzen 7 3700X, and it is running awesome. And of course, it benchmarks right along the lines of Fedora and like Manjaro. All the Linux distros kind of, when it comes to synthetic benchmarks, benchmark in kind of the same area. Ubuntu's or the Ubuntu base kind of fall behind, but this is running perfectly fine with the AMD CPU, which is the point I've been trying to get at. LTT store, CTT store, Tech Hut store, collaboration. I can't talk today. Today's been a long day. Collaboration, win, Tech Hut. I know Chris Titus mentioned something about collaboration. I know LTT is probably not going to want to collaborate. I love KDE, but it seems Cinnamon, GNOME, and Bungie work perfectly fine with DPI scaling. That is true. GTK is very good at scaling. I haven't ran KDE Plasma in a while. I'm kind of growing distant from Plasma. I wonder if what Pop OS use after they leave GNOME behind. They're going to be using their own thing. They're going to, I like 90% sure, they are writing their Cosmic desktop environment in Rust, but I could be wrong. I'm going to sign out for the night. We saw that. You have a good night, Waffles. Do you run a custom kernel? No, I do not. How do you get the colored user and host and terminal? For this is how Clear Linux shipped, which was super cool. But if you want to get this without completely installing this, there's bash scripts that you could do. I know I've covered some of them. So if I go YouTube, I go like Tech Hut, bash, we should get something here. Yeah, right here. This is a fancy bash prompt. And it's right here. It's a synth shell. So this is one of the options if you're running bash RC. If you're running something like, what's the other one? There's bash, and I'm having a brain fart. There's fish, but the other one that's popular. That one's easier. There's more better configurable tools, but this is an option for you. And that's one way to get a super cool looking terminal, but I'm not as interested in that. Let's see. I may have missed that video. Yeah, I have a lot of really good old videos. The production quality isn't as good, but still some good information in some of my older videos. Definitely worth taking a look at. You can see I'm using 6 gigs of RAM, which is pretty high. And I do note, another thing that's not really important at all is their NeoFetch. That's a cool looking penguin right there. You saw the thumbnail of this video, it kind of matches that. So documentation, that was the installation process. It's pretty easy. It reminds me a lot of the Fedora installation process, or even maybe the OpenSUSE installation process. If we go back here, we have the install, deploying cloud. You can install Clear Linux OS in a container, but that's the installation, virtual machine. We want about. So what the heck is Clear Linux? Clear Linux is an open source rolling release Linux distribution optimized for performance and security from the cloud to the edge. designed from the ground up, meaning it is not based on, it's not a Debian branch, it's not an Arch branch. Clear Linux OS provides an industry blueprint on how to incorporate the Intel architecture features for a modern modular Linux operating system. Clear Linux OS is not based on any other Linux distribution. So, similar to something like either Debian or Arch themselves, or Solus is another one that isn't piggybacking off of some other distro. This is one in its own. Now, what Clear Linux OS isn't. Clear Linux OS is not intended to be a general purpose Linux distribution, which is exactly what I'm going to be using it for. So we're going to see how well this works out. Suitable for novice and end users while we ship with common applications. Our purpose isn't to make an OS for routine desktop tasks. Provide immunity from all security threats and situations. Our unique focus means that we consider essential use cases, optional use cases, and even unsupported use cases. Differs from other Linux distributions, and see our target audience below. So let's pay attention to this. Is it completely open source? Short answer to that is yes, basically, other than media codecs, like any other Linux distribution out there. Who is the target audience? Clear Linux OS mainly targets IT, DevOps, and cloud container deployments and AI. So basically, people whom are smarter than me is who this is targeting, but I'm going to try to use it anyways. I'm going to use it for general desktop usage, live streaming. This is currently live streaming from Clear Linux. This isn't like a virtual machine or anything like that. So I would consider myself a media professional, but we'll see if a media and streaming and all that and gaming can be a use. Which, speaking of gaming, I have Steam, and it works pretty good. It was a little bit stuttery. Let's see, what are you guys talking about? I want to thank Brandon for your link on installing DaVinci Resolve. You're welcome. Finally got it to install correctly with the ATI drivers today on EndeavourOS. Yep, if you have an Arch-based system, that is the situation in which you're going to have the absolute best time with DaVinci Resolve. Unless you have an NVIDIA GPU, then you're fine regardless of what you use. But this seems to be working fine, and I'll go ahead. Should I launch this? No, we'll focus. I'll do that at the end when I've run out of things to talk about. But gaming does work pretty good on this. Is it bad that I thought Microsoft Edge should get some therapy? Just for fun, let's go ahead and see. Let's see if Microsoft. First, let's just search Microsoft, see if they have any Microsoft packages at all. Installed with, what is this? Kernel Hypervisor LTS, run the Microsoft Hyper-V. Yeah, so I don't think they have Edge. Microsoft-Edge. No, they don't. They wouldn't do that. Wonder if they ship Edge Flatpak. So let's go. Boom. Again, I doubt this as well. I know they have an RPM and a Debian. So nope, I can't have Microsoft Edge on Clear Linux, unfortunately. So the only two applications thus far that I've noticed that I cannot get yet is Microsoft Edge and VirtualBox. There's no Flatpak for VirtualBox, and it's not as a what is it called? It's not a bundle in their repositories. So I am missing a couple packages, but there of course is alternatives to what I said. Why is Clear Linux using GCC++ instead of Intel C compiler? I do not know. I barely know what these are, to be completely honest with you. Tech Hut. Can you check if they have a Brave web browser? Yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick search for that. And you can see earlier I did run Geekbench. Search Brave. No results found. If we go ahead and check the FlatHub repository, Brave is not found, which sucks. Let's go Brave Flatpak. Brave is a Flatpak. That's a question on Reddit, so I doubt it. Installing Brave on Linux. apt, OpenSUSE, Snapcraft Store. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get Brave at the moment, unfortunately. So the primary issue that I'm having with this Linux distribution thus far seems to be package availability. And Socialist Elmo, welcome Socialist Elmo, beautiful username. This is currently on bare metal. Yes, this is actually my main production PC, and it is running bare metal. And I'm going to try to use it. I'm currently using live streaming this OBS. We're streaming from this machine right now, which is Clear Linux. So, and it's working pretty good. Earlier in the day, we were having some glitches with switching workspaces on GNOME, but that seems to have cleared itself up. I didn't do anything specifically, but yes, this is running bare metal. Nice to see you, Socialist Elmo. But yeah, it looks like we can't get Brave, unfortunately. Did somebody else look at something? Brave browser. Yo, I just got Arch Linux boot on my GPU. Nice. Can you not install Google Chrome on this distro? This is running Chromium. I'm not sure. I don't think there's like an official Flatpak for Google Chrome. If I search for just like Google, let's see what packages are included. Software testing as a bundle, and that seems to be it. Google Chrome. And I'm fairly certain there's no Flatpak for Google Chrome. Where's the store? There's the store. Chrome. Yep, just Chromium. But that's fine. So no Google Chrome. You could do Chromium. Let's close this out. Looking at this, target audience, we just talked about the target audience, mainly IT professionals. Basically, like I said, people who are smarter than me. Rather than making a standard Linux distribution, the ClearOS team decided to build a unique distro. Developing a distro in-house allows us to experiment, which means continually optimize performance, security patches several times per week. Which in one of their videos, it said that it's like 9 times a week or something weird. Yet our experiments are only valuable if our software architecture gives you the freedom to innovate too. How does Clear Linux address security, which is very important? Security features are designed to work out of the box, intended to be not intended to be intrusive. We focus on essential use cases and ignore unwanted or unsupported use cases. I wish there'd be like a little link on use cases so we could see exactly what a unwanted security use case is. For example, while Clear Linux OS does not enable antivirus by default, we provide a bundle for it. Which I don't think any Linux, does any Linux distribution ship with an antivirus suite? I don't think so. I could be wrong. In addition, firewalls are less important. If Clear OS doesn't expose services to the outside by default. Strategy, disabling network services by default. And goes into more stuff. What's the thinking around service versus desktop? Uses GNOME. What makes it different? Release cadence. Okay, so this is some important stuff here. Clear Linux OS updates are based on rolling release that can occur daily, up to a few times per week. Each release has a unique version number that identifies every component of the OS, from the kernel, driver, to tool, to a GUI application. Most components are included, or entities are called bundles. And that's what we've been kind of looking at and experimenting with. So let's read up more on this, because it seems like these aren't like a Flatpak or anything, but these seem to be like containerized clumps of applications. Before I read that, of course, we're going to go over here real quick. Check out chat. Clear Linux with no star. Right. I like how they included Surf Game and Microsoft Edge, yeah. Bunny Dorf, hello from France. Hello, welcome from France. Fedora 35 is more suitable as a daily driver than Clear Linux. That is absolutely true, unless if you're an IT professional. Merry Christmas! To those of you who have recently joined, Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! I hope you're having an absolutely beautiful Christmas Eve or Christmas, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, I know I am. It's been a good day so far. It's been a really good day. Welcome, Unreal Unicorn. Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. So here is their bundle list. This document provides a current list of available bundles. You can see there's CLR bundles repo on GitHub, or select the bundle name for more details. So here are all of their bundles. Looks like quite a bit of them. Yeah, this is everything that we've been able to search. Containers basic dev. So you can see all the different things that install with these bundles. So yeah, it's the bundles themselves are kept up to date and they are made sure that they are working. So like Conky, for example, will install Conky, and of course its dependencies within that bundle. And then the application that has those dependencies will only look in its specific bundle. I think. I think that's what it's getting at here. Container basic. This one's pretty cool. The containers basic dev has all kinds of tools in it, such as OpenSSL. Let's see, containers virt. Run container applications from Docker and lightweight virtual machines. Stats active. It's cool. It has the stats of the actual containers here. Containers of virt dev. So I think we can get virt manager. I was trying to get VirtualBox earlier, not an option. So virt manager would be my next best option, or I could just go ahead and connect. Let's see if it's running. Do I have it on? I'm not sure if I have it on. Boop, boop, boop. 0.37. And I think this is HTTPS, and what port is this? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm seeing if my Proxmox is available. Proxmox port. I forgot the port. 8006. Is it live? 8006. It might not be live. I'll check up on that in a sec. No, it's not live. I might have turned it off. I think I turned it off because the main reason I was using Proxmox was for the school year to connect to Windows for ArcGIS Pro. Let's see here. I got a Swiss Army knife Christmas, 33 different functions. Heck yes. That's awesome. I'm a tune out now. Happy holidays. If you're already gone, I'm sorry I missed, but you have a great day. I hope you triple your subscriber expectations. I wouldn't complain. I daily drive Arch on all of my computers. Would you recommend Clear Linux to somebody like me? I honestly would not recommend Clear Linux to somebody like myself because I don't even know. I'm learning. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. What is the best Linux distro for hardcore multitasking? Whatever. The better question for that is what desktop environment is better for hardcore multitasking, and at that point it's whatever you work most fluidly in. If you like to be able to throw your cursor up into the top corner and jump in between various workspaces, that's a good option. A lot of them are good. It just depends on how you work with your computer. So I keep scratching my nose so much. My mustache is tickling me. I'm going to install Zorn OS Lite on my cousin's 10-year-old computer because he has been asking about what computer to get. That is a good option. Zorn OS Lite is a beautiful rendition of XFCE. With that, here are all the other bundles. They're not packages, they're not containers, they're bundles. And when a bundle updates, all the dependencies update and they make sure everything is working good together. So instead of like, let's say you have libx11 client here, and if just this needs to update, it'll update, they'll do a check, I'm assuming, and then this entire bundle will ship out with everything working. So theoretically, it should be incredibly stable if this is correct. What is this? Games? There's a kit called Games. Play games in Clear OS. Oh, it's just it looks like just some includes. Okay, so title, games, play games, config, Here are all the package names. Helpers, Steam, runtime. Do I have this? Let's see. So like if we just do search games, we have bundle with the best results. This can be installed with bundle add games. So is this just like grabbing these dependencies? Let's go to where I installed something. Oh, this isn't the right terminal. So it's sudo, and then we want to do bundle add games. Type in my password. And it should go ahead and just grab all those dependencies. It's a gig. So it looks like it's grabbing Lutris, Mindtest server, Super Tux Cart. So it's grabbing a lot of different things. OS Core Legacy. That's a big download though. 1100 megabytes. Yeah, that's interesting how this all works. So this is what I'm getting apparently. This is a big bundle. Games dev. Okay. Interesting to say the least. So we're gonna see if what's added to the system after installing this games bundle, because I don't know. Apparently we'll have Mindtest, which is cool, but we'll also have Lutris Zenity, which I'm not sure what this is. Copy. Let's give this a paste and search. Zenity manual. Zenity is a free software cross-platform program. Cool. Zenity. Python stuff. Okay. Interesting. Is it done yet? Let's see what we got. No, it's still working. Really interesting concepts. Hey Tech Hut, Clear Linux versus Fedora. Saw Clear Linux beating Fedora in benchmarks. I actually just ran Geekbench, so let's go ahead and let's jump over to my Geekbench. Geekbench login. So if we jump into Geekbench, we can compare at least this generalized synthetic benchmark against a couple others. So let's go like that, log me in, and we will go under account, profile. Okay, so here are some Geekbench results. Ignore this Zorin. If we look from here up, so these last two were Clear Linux. This one was just ran with a couple things open, and then I like restarted, and this top score is an optimized score, similar to some of these other ones. So comparing it to like Windows 11, for example, it does benchmark better. But if we look at Fedora 35, which is right here, and compare it to this, Clear Linux has a better single core score on both tests, but it does look like that Fedora 35, well, it looks like all of them. So Fedora 35, Linux, Manjaro, all have better multi-core performance scores. But this is just one test. That's just Geekbench. And we can dive in deeper. So if I open this up, and what scored the best here, I think, man, we'll go off of Fedora. It's so close it doesn't even make a difference. So if we look at these two here, we could go single core score, and we could like compare the crypto score. So 232.24 or 23.24, 23.35. Which one is this one? So like Clear Linux beat it out on this integer score, 76 and 96. So Clear Linux beat it, and this is single core stuff. Floating point, Clear Linux beat it. But if we look at multi-core score difference, this one's Fedora. So we have crypto 4816 versus 4804. Integer score 4674 for Fedora versus 8674 versus 8381. So super close, but it does look like Fedora 35 has an edge at least when it comes to the Geekbench. Floating point averages or floating point score 9856 versus 9811. And then we have some other like super specific things. So like MySQL. So Clear Linux got 9932, while Fedora got 10,805. So A little bit better, but not much if we look at something like ray tracing 16077 for clear versus 16672. So some slight performance improvements for Fedora 35. Tekka, clear. I've seen Ubuntu have the 5.15 kernel. Are Chromium-based browsers still the quickest? In general, yes. WebKit actually performs very good in certain things. I have a whole video I did like a month or so ago on this, where the Microsoft Edge actually performs very, very well on Linux machines, which is, in my opinion, comical. Physify asks, is Clear Linux based on any other distro? If we head back over here, we can see that it is not. Clear Linux is not based on any other Linux distribution. It is not dependent on any others. It's completely its own ordeal. So, what makes Clear OS or Clear Linux OS different? Updates. So by default, it automatically checks for updates, ensuring the latest performance. And you can enable and disable the auto check, which, this is installed. So 9 bundles were installed as dependencies. What do we have added? So it looks like it added SuperTux Cart, which is cool. Mindtest, Lutris, Flare, Extreme Tux Racer. So there's like bundles and kits and all kinds of things when it comes to this. So it's interesting that Lutris was included in that. So if we pop open Lutris, sorry I'm all over the place when it comes to checking this out. There's a lot to digest here with this Linux distribution. How many people are in here? 70? Welcome to all 70 of you. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's an interesting how that project or how these bundles work. Like I said, we are missing some important pieces of software. There's no VirtualBox. There's no what else were we missing? There were a couple others, but this right here is all their bundles. So developer tools, Bless, under product. Actually, I'm more interested in like multimedia graphics. We have Adobe Flash, Ardor, which is nice, Audacity, Bookworm. There's a good amount of bundles. We go over here. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Let's pop that open. Oh, Chris Titus Tech is here. Welcome. Microsoft Edge is the devil. Too bad the devil's quick. Runs fast. Clear is actually pretty cool as it's so different. Yeah, the whole bundle structure is a little... it's taken me a minute to figure out and get used to. And it updates all the time. And we were jumping in here a second ago. Swoop is their... or it's software updater. Very unique naming scheme. This is their how you add and remove various bundles. And you have like the auto check update, and you can enable or disable that. And we're on the latest version, and the version numbers are not, I think it's update check, or no, check update. My apologies. Check update. You can see the latest update. They just go off of point number releases, and they release like every day. So it's very rolling when it comes to the actual update structure. But ease of use. Clear Linux OS makes it easy to manage a number of difficult problems. Auto proxy, stateless, and this right here is what we've been diving into for the most part. This is their package management system. Description, how it works. So it has 2 main functions: to manage software and replace apt or yum or pacman or rpm, depending on whatever other distribution or other package management system you're used to using. Check for updates and install them. So right here, this is bundles. Bundles contain everything needed to deliver software compatibility. They are the smallest granularity component that is managed by Clear Linux OS. A bundle comes with all of its dependencies rather than downloading a cascade of package dependencies when installing a piece of software. So, like I said earlier, theoretically, it should be very stable, following that structure anyways. Chris Titus is here. Do you think Arch Linux is good? Of course I do. Ubuntu snaps. Yeah, Ubuntu snaps are pretty rough. This uses bundles as its primary thing, and then like if you just open up the software center, literally everything is Flatpak. So like Bitwarden here, Flatpak's your only option. The bundles that don't show up in the GNOME Software Center, which it would be nice if they did, but it kind of, how it works, I see how it would be moderately difficult to upgrade. Try doing bundle add package utils. It'll open up a bunch of software. Here, okay, let's try that. Did I get rid of my terminal? Here, let's just go new window. I'm going to search it first. Try doing package utilities. If I can copy things. There we go. So it's SWUPD, right? Search. And we'll go with that. Here we go. Bundle with the best search is exactly what you said. So we'll super user that. Let's go ahead and add this bundle of packages. So bundle add, and let's see what it does. Password. Literally one of my biggest problems with this, it didn't let me use my normal password, which is like really easy. I'm super used to typing because it was a dictionary word. This is Linux. Our passwords should be able to be as weak as we want them to be. Okay, cool. So that was added successfully. A bunch of software for you if nice. Okay. Titus OS. Is Gentoo faster than Arch? Probably, unless if you're trying to install literally anything. Then you might run into a little bit of a slowdown there with a general application installation. But one of the main things with this is the speed. That's one of the heavily touted things about it. But with Geekbench, like we were discussing a second ago, it is just on par with most other distributions. But like I said, this is Geekbench. I'll be running some other tests here and there periodically, but I don't see how it's going to be like, nothing's going to be significantly crazy faster. Yes, but only after you compiled it for a week. Exactly. Is this installed on bare metal? This is installed on bare metal. This is my primary desktop computer, and I hope that everything works well. This is on my desktop with a Ryzen 7 3700X, using a heck of a lot of RAM. I am also live streaming and all that. Better than DistroTube's 2-character password. I'm gonna put a strong password. Yeah. My pass. I don't want to say it because I still need to update it on a couple things. Cam quality. Yeah, it's just a little Logitech 1080. One cool thing, like we don't have this available. This isn't an option in Windows. There's a lot of settings with these cameras that you could change in the Linux version. So like fine exposure control and all that. It's a really simple webcam, but I make it look better than it actually is with all of these different settings and everything. And I have lighting. The lighting helps. No matter what you do with camera work, lighting will make it look better than it actually is. Yeah, it's a little Logitech. I got a good deal too. I always find good deals on stuff. It's like $100 webcam, but I found it at a thrift store in their little like glass, like expensive things cabinet for like $40. So that was cool. Yeah, the RAM usage is pretty high. That's one thing. A lot of people get super bothered about RAM usage, and like if you have, like right now, if I was running an 8 gig system, I'd be really pushing it. But there's a reason I put 32 in here, because I don't like to have to worry about it. Yeah, RAM usage is not my biggest concern. Some people say unused RAM is wasted RAM, I guess, depending on what you're doing and all that. Back to this. We're supposed to be reading this. We learned about bundles. It's kind of like containers, but it's not. Versioning with Clear Linux OS, SWUPD, or the software updater. Versioning happens at the individual file level. This means Clear Linux OS generates an entirely new OS version with any set of software changes to the system, including software downgrades or removals. This rolling release versioning model is similar to Git's internal version tracking, where any individual file commit are tracked and moved, and the pointer moved, and move the pointer forward when changed. So like we saw, if we go over here, and did I run it recently? I'd rather hit up 32 times than just do this. Check update. See that it has a version is 35,470. So at least based on that, I'm assuming this is how many times packages have been updated, added, or removed, etc. So that's pretty cool. This reminds me of both Fedora and Farron. Just started using Farron OS the other day. Really good so far. Want to try Black Arch? Yeah, Farron OS is really cool. The developer who works on Farron is he's a really cool guy. Are you into hacking or just distro hopping? More distro hopping than hacking. I like to kind of highlight the work that developers do, and like when it comes to that, I'm not really as interested, but I'm going to be playing around with Kali Linux and some of the tools that are pre-included in that in the near future, and I'm excited to check that out because I definitely don't know as much as I'd like to in the regards of those software packages. Yeah, so updating. We kind of got a feel for updating, how it works, prerequisites, a well-connected network. So of course, to update, you're going to need internet connection. One thing, let's go ahead and go over here. So Clear Linux, we have bundles. So here's all the information on that. Performance. So we have the kernel operating system. This right here. Okay, swoop third party. Okay, so let's check this out. It has a whole bunch of bundles to choose from. For users who want to access additional software outside of the distro, provide support for third-party bundles. So use the mixer to create third-party bundles. So that's going to be something to figure out. Subcommand third-party to manage repos, prerequisites. So setting up Nginx web server for mixer. Build Nginx, swap bundle add. Okay. Create directories. So it looks like you can make your own bundles of applications. This is beyond my skill set. I'm just trying to install Brave. Install manage third-party bundle on a client system. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. Over here we have tutorials. So Flatpak, Docker. Flatpak, like I said, is the second preferred method of application installation on this distribution. You can see them in the software center here, FileZilla. Ooh, that's one thing I need. I wonder if there's a FileZilla. So let's search for FileZilla. Nope. So that is something we need a Flatpak for. One thing I want to do, let's see if Nautilus is going to let me connect to a local server. Sorry, this is getting so busy over here. Other locations, Windows Network, it's not going to work. Connect to server. So if I do so recall, I think it's smb ... forward like that. I could be wrong. 192.168.0.74. Haha, it was that. Cool. Make sure that's not going to show up. So connecting to servers with Nautilus is a very fluid process. There we go. Beautiful. This is with that Synology NAS I did a video on a little while ago, Super fun. VirtualBox, Tech Hut, Minecraft server, projects, movies. This is a backup for my Mac. Okay. Is Clear Linux better than Manjaro? I cannot say. I've been using it for 1 day, so I don't know. But Manjaro itself has issues, but this, like, there's some software packages that looks like it's going to be a moderately difficult process to go ahead and get. It comes down to what you want to do. Hardware, not software. You had and earned enough cash, you go out buying hardware every year. Exactly. Yo, dude, I really like your videos. That's awesome. You're saying that because lately I've been distro hopping, and it's been hard keeping up with all this new downloads and updates. Yes, that is true. Okay. What time is it? It's getting pretty late. We're gonna end this. We're gonna start ending the stream. We're gonna see if gaming works. We're gonna see how well it works. So if I close all this out, I opened up Splitgate and got it to work, but I haven't really tested it much further than that. So why do you use this over more established distros? What advantages does it provide? It provides not much advantages for the use case that I am currently on. Just one sec. Dizzy. Hi, Luke. My baby boy was in here. Of course, you have to save the best tests for last. Yep. But what I was saying before that, there's no specific use case or reason why I'm using this over another distribution, mostly to test it out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we are going to test this out in Steam with my favorite game, Splitgate. Can Clear Linux game? That is the question we have today. I'm going to need to pull up chat on my cell phone so I can still kind of see what you guys are saying here and there. I ran through the tutorial basically, so y'all wouldn't have to see that. That's the extent of the gaming I've done on this distribution. So let's go to YouTube. If I'm lucky, it's going to pull up exactly. It did. Cool. So, with that.
Playing?
Are
you playing?
A little bit. I can hold it if you need me to. Okay. One sec. He's going to guest star. Oh. Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
We have a little guest coming in just for a little bit. This is Luke. Say hi. Can you all see him? It's like a voice compression. Oh. Audio is freaking out. Sorry. Oh, it's my... Here, let's fix that. Sorry, guys. I have some things that I'm doing. Is the audio okay? Here, let's get chatting here. I have to wait for a sec for reasons before I could go ahead and jump into a game. So I am sorry about that. Here, let's see what it sounds like. Oh no, my voice is super deep. Oh no. Here, let's try to fix that. Okay. Testing. Does this work better? It does not. Oh no. This is one of the things about working with new distros. You run into issues like this. I sound like Darth Vader. Yeah, oh, never mind. Here, let's one sec. I'm gonna do something risky. You guys are gonna see the stream freeze. Okay, we should be back. Oh, it still sounds bad. Okay. Well, we're having audio issues on Clear Linux here, so unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the gaming test. Maybe if I okay, how's that? Does that sound any better? No, it doesn't. Okay. What we're gonna do is go like this. Switching to the wonderful webcam microphone. I mean, that still sounds better than my shotgun microphone, doesn't it? Okay. As I was saying before, we switched to Darth Vader. This is little baby boy Luke. I'm currently holding him for a minute because the my wonderful fiance needed some assistance. Yeah, it sounds better. Usually the webcam sounds way worse, but compared to what we were just going through, this probably sounds way better. Here, let's go like this for a little bit. Hi. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you. Oh, Luke. This is his first appearance on YouTube. Look at those toes. Look how cute those toes are. I can't even believe it. Do. Just came to the stream. What's up? Nothing much. We've been doing a lot. We've been checking out Clear Linux. I've been having had a little bit of audio issues for some reason. I'm going to have to figure that out. We're switched to webcam, so it's probably not going to be the clearest audio experience. But it's something. I can hear your chair. I believe you. This is a webcam microphone. You can probably hear my dog over there too, breathing. Which distro are you running? This right here. Here, if I switch back over here, go over here. Actually, we'll just open it up right here. New window. If I run a good old-fashioned NeoFetch, oh, you can see. I'm not going to be able to hit the Control Plus, but you can kind of see. We are running Clear Linux. Definitely seem like you're a good dad. Well, thank you. That is one of the primary goal in life is to be a decent parent. In this episode of Switch to Webcam, oh, hi. So I do hope you all are having absolutely Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. I had the bulk of my Christmas has already passed. We had a family out here and all that. Still summer here. Oh, still summertime. We have a blanket of snow outside. Oh no. Yeah, we have a blanket of snow outside. I think we probably have like 6 inches or so on the ground right now. Yeah, probably 6 inches. We've probably gotten about 12 in the last couple days. Oh, here, come here. Ugh. You've probably gotten about 12 inches. It's absolutely beautiful out there. Oh, there we go. Is that better? Is that better? Are you going to teach little Luke? Yeah, as soon as he has the fine... Oh! As soon as he has enough fine hand-motor coordination skills, I'm going to give him a keyboard. Give him a keyboard to play with. As soon as he's able to have fine motor control skills of his arms. Huh, Mr. Man? Do you want a keyboard? Do you want a Raspberry Pi? I'll give you a Raspberry Pi. Oh. He's so stinking cute. LOL, super old school. I just installed Alpine Linux. Alpine Linux is a great distro. My eyes are killing me from the RC. Very lightweight, but have you ever tried it? I have not tried it. His hair's so soft. I'm hearing them coming. So we will still have time for that gaming test, I promise. I have something that's slightly more important right here. Over playing Splitgate on Clear Linux. I wonder if Tech Hut, Chris Titus Tech, Lewis, Switch to Linux, would do a collaboration with LTT. I mean, I would. It would be wonderful, but that's probably not going to happen. I did a collaboration with a couple other people. Hi. Hi. I did a collaboration with a couple other people a year ago or so. I think Gunfa, Switch to Linux, and Shane Milton. If you want to see a cool collaborative video, you could go look up the best applications for content creators on my channel, and you'll see all those guys. It's pretty cool. Is this your friend's baby? No, this is mine. Alright, I'm going to pass the child. Doing a child pass. Cool. Okay, now we could go ahead and jump on into some Splitgate real quick like. Email him and ask pretty good. Bye, Luke. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to do the ultimate test. We are going to see if Clear Linux can in fact game. Probably the most important test is this. He looks a lot like you. Thank you. He's a cute baby. He sleeps 20 hours a day. He eats for 2 hours a day. And the rest of the time he's just doing what I just showed you. He's just sitting on my chest and checking out what's around him. It's beautiful. Okay, so Let It Snow's live. Okay, so it looks like this is going. Let's go ahead. Before we jump in, I do have the frame per second counter up in the top. I think you all can see it. Yep. I would love Discord call. Schooner, I will jump into a Discord call with you as soon as the stream is over if you would like. But with that, one thing, if the audio is a little messed up, here, I'll just disable the audio. I'm not even going to risk it. Master volume, bump that way down. So here's our settings real quick, just so you all can see it. Let's not limit our frame rate. Resolution scale is fine. Full screen. Basically everything is going to be on medium. I don't have the best graphics card in the world. Here, I'm going to move this over, I think this way. I don't have the best graphics card in the world. Nope, that's the wrong way. We need to go this way. So we're going to keep this at all medium. So, can Clear Linux game? Let's go ahead and start and find out. We're going to do a quick play. I'll have to disable. My personal favorite mode is Team SWAT, because headshots are insta-kills. Free-for-all, domination, and Team Oddball kind of sucks. So, Team Deathmatch, that should be good. There should be enough games that we jump into something soon. And I'm watching you guys on this chat because I got rid of my multiple monitors. I have one monitor now on this PC. Why do some of my comments not show up? I'm not sure. I promise I'm not doing anything to get rid of them. I'm not wearing any clothes. That's good. It's morning here, 10 a.m. If it's morning, that means it's Christmas. I do wish you a Merry Christmas. Congratulations, Dad. I would love that happen on Discord. Is anyone able to see my comments? YouTube user 123, I can indeed see your comments. Okay. Ah! Oh, crap. This game's really cool because instead of putting you in some lobby and make you sit there forever and wait around, it gives you a little like practice run lobby. Okay. So, I'm not a fan of any of these maps, so let's go random map here. Actually, no, let's go with this one. I'm more familiar with that one. We have 82 people in here. For those of you who just joined, we've been playing around quite a bit in Clear Linux. It's actually a Linux distribution created by Intel for their processors, but this is an AMD machine. It works perfectly fine. They do things moderately uniquely. A lot of the packages are shipped as bundles. They're not containers. They're not normal packages where it has a bunch of different system dependencies stored everywhere. Everything is stored as bundles. So what we're doing here, this Steam is currently running as a Flatpak. So that's just something to keep note of. I don't think I've played on this map before. So right now what we're doing is testing the gameplay. This is a Radeon 580 8GB. So really good 1080p card. Let's see if Clear Linux can handle this full... Oh crap, wrong gun. Let's see if Clear Linux can handle this full AMD system with this Intel Linux distribution. And this is a Flatpak, like I said. There's my dead body. Oh, there's somebody up there. I don't think that's how that works. Dang it. Okay. Go, go, go. Woo! Okay. Oh my god. It's a little stuttery, but I'm not going to blame... Should I set my VM's passwords to F if the distro allows it? I don't know if setting it to F is the most secure thing to do, but it's also a VM. As long as your primary computer's password is moderately secure, you should... Oh, I got stuck here. You should be fine. Oh, and somebody asked how I like Splitgate. It is a wonderful game. Ah, come here. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. So, is this arch-based? No, this is not arch-based. This is, it's self-based. So I need to get up out of here. Is there a way? Uh-oh. I think I might be stuck here. Yes. Whoa. No! Oh, okay. This is going to be interesting. Oh, there we are. Cool. This is not an Arch-based Linux distribution. This is no base, so it's basically like a Debian. It's like an Arch. It's like a Solus where it's not dependent on any other distros or their package management system. It has its own, but it pushes their bundles or flat packages, which I have a lot of flat packages installed. It's interesting too because as we saw in NeoFetch, it really doesn't recognize the bundles through NeoFetch anyways. So where did this guy go? There he is. Oh, he has a good gun. Oh no, I'm reloading. Ah. This is a fun game though. Yeah, it's an independent distro. That's what I was trying to say. Are they going to update CentOS to Dodoros? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be completely honest. Let's see. 5 minutes remaining. So, I think we've answered the question of can this game. Ah. It's running pretty good. I'm not getting any stuttering. I'm not getting any glitching. You can see my frame rates even running around here real quick. I'm hovering in the 2 or 120 range with all medium settings here. I should probably hang out around here. This seems like a good spot to actually get some kills. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Really loving my Linux Mint 20.2 as my work machine, thinking about either switching over to Endeavor or something Arch-based. Endeavor is definitely a good Arch-based system. For all the Arch-based systems, I definitely recommend this. Ooh, or not this, I recommend Endeavor OS. It's personally my favorite. It just runs good. Everything in it generally works. Endeavor OS is a good experience, especially with their recent update. Oh, their recent update had a lot of good fixes, especially with Calamaris, because sometimes you would run into issues with the overall installation process, but that's seemed to be mostly cleared up. Assists, 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 assists. Ooh, I'm stuck here. I like it. Oh. Oh, why'd I reload? Okay. Gruda Linux is for hobbyists. Gruda Linux is for people who like the rice. That's one thing. A lot of people you can make any Linux distribution look like any Linux distro. A lot of people really focus heavy on the on distros like that, and it's always good to see. Oh gosh, to see what how they configure things, but that's just not really the case. For those of you who've recently joined, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. It's a beautiful day. It's a good day. 30. The worst in this game is if you're like having a gunfight with somebody and they kill you and it says their health was like 4 out of 100. You're like, man, one more bullet. One more bullet would have done it. But this game only has 2 minutes left, and we're going to back out. I'm not going to sit here and play Splitgate all night. Ooh. Oh, man. I'm not doing good. I wish we were in like Arena or something. I do really good in that. Greetings from Argentina. Welcome. Is it already Christmas in Argentina? What's Christmas Eve here? I think it's about, what, 8:30 at night here? I started the stream at about... Whoa, no, please. Oh. I started the live stream at about 7. So we've been streaming for a good chunk of time, about an hour and a half or so. I was a little late, though, because getting OBS installed, I was trying to figure out how to install it without it being a flat pack, but it turns out this distro works completely different than most other package management suites, and I literally figured out how to do that stuff live. Okay, so I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put this here. Oh. We're not doing good. On my laptop, I started with KDE Neon, caused me to switch to Endeavor OS. Yeah, Endeavor OS is nice. I'm not really a fan of Ubuntu-based distros. You can do so much more with other ones. Yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna go like this. Oh, that's not enough room. There we go. See, I just need to sit back and relax. No more running around. Nice. And that's one thing. This game's awesome. It's like Portal and Halo together. Or as my friend Matt says, this is a Walmart Halo. Oh, through the portal. Turn. There he is right there. And he's going to come through my own portal. And he still got me. Dang it. He's running AMD system now. Yeah, this is a AMD system. It's a Ryzen 3700X with a Radeon 588 gigabyte. Who got the final kill? Nice. With a Radeon 8 gigabyte. Yeah. And it's running an operating system created by Intel, so that's cool. I did not do good that round. Still 15 kills, that's not too bad. This is one thing here. We have an issue. My face is covering it up, unfortunately, but I can probably remimic this in another menu. This isn't a clear Linux OS specific issue. It's happened on numerous occasions. But if I go ahead and exit out, the clicking, it's kind of offset a little bit. So if I go down, you can see the mouse up there. As I go to view the Battle Pass button, it's activating when I'm not there. And if I go up, you can see I'm over it. It's not activated, and now it is. So that's like a centimeter off, which isn't good. But like I said, this isn't a clear Linux thing, because this happened to me when I was in Fedora. It might be a GNOME thing, but I'm not completely sure. And distro hopping. Is this on bare metal or just a VM? This is on bare metal. I'm still learning this distro. It's definitely unique. There's a lot to learn, But yeah, Luke from LTT had that issue. Yeah, if he solved it, that would be cool to know, because that's literally the only issue I have is in games. Sometimes it just isn't correct, the clicking. But yeah, this was our stream on ClearOS. It's getting pretty late. It's Christmas. It's getting to be Christmas, so I'm gonna go spend some time with my family. There will not be an upload tomorrow due to it being Christmas. But shortly after Christmas, we will probably have a video talking about Clear Linux, in which I will be slightly more educated on the matter. Here, let's switch over to this view. So let's go bloop and fix this. Sorry if that's really loud. Earlier, if you were here, I was having audio issues, so I ended up needing to fix that. And by fixing that, I just switched to my webcam. Oh, we have a glitch. Can I show you guys? Can I show you guys? Oh, it didn't. Dang it. I was having another problem earlier with this. So far, the only issues I've had is in workspaces. It's kind of glitchy. And that gaming with the kind of offset. But that's I think that might be a GNOME issue. I'm not 100% sure yet. Additionally, packages are not as readily available in Clear Linux, but there's definitely a lot of them. And if there's a flat pack for it, you're good to go. Also, Chris Titus Tech, I'm not sure if he's still in here, but he was earlier for a sec. He will have a video coming out tomorrow talking about his little spin on Debian. So I'm excited for that. So be watching out for his video. I'll have a Clear Linux video coming out either the day after Christmas or the day after the day after Christmas. I'll be doing a review on this soon. This right here is a beast of a machine. This has a Intel Core i9. It's a 1100, or not, it's a 11th generation Intel mobile processor. Intel sent this over to me, which is crazy that they did that. They said I didn't even have to do a review or anything, but I'm still going to do a review on it because it is nice. For those of you still in here, do make sure you check me out on Twitter, TechHutTV. That is where you can find me. I'm on Twitter a lot. I reply to as many people as possible. So if you need to hit me up, you can follow me there. Also, if you look in the description of this video, not only will you have the link to that Twitter page, but you will also have a link to our Discord server. I highly recommend everybody join. It is a fun place to be. Let's do one last little plug. We're going to open up our Discord server. This is going to be what we go out on. Join our Tech Hut Discord server. Sneak peek. We're working on the branding for Tech Hut here. This might be it, but not this specifically. I need to make the play button smaller and do some other little fixes. But spoiler, new branding. What? It's not just going to be my silly face emoticon that somebody sent me forever. So that's something. What I was saying is, if you go over to the Tech Hut Discord server, you can have all kinds of fun. We have people saying Merry Christmas. We have memes. It does not hurt to join the Tech Hut Discord server. How do I invite people? I know I can make a button. Invite people. Let's go ahead. Let's go edit invite link. We want this to expire never. Generate new link. You all might as well jump in. I honestly do not see a reason not to at this point. Yeah. That's literally the best I could sell anything. So, with that effort, you should click that link I just posted. And, very last note, I do hope you all have an absolutely Merry Christmas. I will see you all with a fresh video on the 26th or 27th of December. Again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Have a beautiful day. Make sure you spend some time with your family and loved ones, as that is the most important. To those of you who just joined, I'm sorry I'm leaving. Click the link in the description. I sometimes jump into the voice chat, And yeah, so why have you not joined the Discord server yet? There's people. Thomas Tails has joined. Why haven't you? Tails Orange, thank you for joining. With that, have a beautiful day and goodbye.